morning and welcome. This is Development Stories. My name is Oyewumi Ayinigbara. The present administration in Ondo State has reaffirmed commitment to boosting efficiency in all state-owned tertiary institutions. Hosting community leaders from Akungba Akoko, Governor Aiyedatiwa assured them that infrastructure, education and security projects across the state and in their community would receive top priority. Government House correspondent Wahab Ankole has details.
The delegation from Akungba Akoko community was led by the Alale Oba Isiaka Adu, accompanied by other community leaders. The monarch engaged the governor on strategies to advance grassroots development and strengthen community relations. Oba Adu lauded the governor for his administration's interventions in Akungba Akoko, including the Akungba Ikare Road, Okusa Basic Health Center, and Atiba Market. The monarch called for greater inclusion of qualified indigenes in state civil service roles and urged increased funding plus oversight for Adekunle Ajayi University to support its new professional courses.
The multi-billion naira academic institution project is of course and full gender. This project will not only talk about that into an economic but permanently address the essential psychological capacity that have for long developed the community. We cannot talk enough on how we have continued to take back our source in government. How we have committed to this matter that the position of the Permanent Secretary has continuously evident our source and matters in view of very qualified persons coming from our community. Let's basically I've come with my people to thank you. However, sometimes we have to believe that we exist.
Governor Aiyedatiwa affirmed his administration resolve to provide adequate funding for state institutions, including universities, polytechnics, and other tertiary bodies to uphold quality education and operational efficiency. He assured the leaders that measures are underway to curb leakages, boost revenue generation, while safeguarding Ondo State legacy of academic excellence.
And we are looking at that now, making the request not only at the university, all universities owned by the states, global units of medical sciences, usually technology, even for technical massive applications, potential as they also make a request. The resources are not hard and it's used. When we try and prioritize areas of need, they are very, very important and important. We can also do more from the same resources. We were able to earn more. But linkages of the system,
Governor Aiyedatiwa spotlighted ongoing infrastructure projects in Akungba Akoko, including the multi-billion naira dualization of the Akungba Ikare Road. He also highlighted the relocation and rehabilitation of Atiba Market, pledging to upgrade it into a central hub serving the broader area.
Now it's very important activity and corridors. Also use if you want to regulate accidents because of the dangerous consulting. Apart from that, I believe that the university community is a community that has a lot of people. They need to ensure that it's secure. We see the solve for that happened there. taxi development which have now affected that environment. And the location, it was supported by the list, which that would speed up the work.
Governor Aiyedatiwa stated that robust measures have been implemented to keep Ondo State and Akungba Akoko in particular safe, while pledging sustained efforts to maintain peace and order in the area. Wahab Bankole, OSRC News.
The federal government has initiated several flagship reforms that have placed the housing and urban development sector on a progressive trajectory. The Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, Dr. Shuaib Belgore, said this at the 14th meeting of the National Council on Lands, Housing and Urban Development in Ilorin. He hinted that urban renewal through the regeneration and modernization of aging urban centers improves livability, optimizes land use, and promotes sustainable human settlement. Begore noted that the growing demands on public resources have made public-private partnership indispensable in complementing government efforts to scale up housing and infrastructure delivery. The United States U.S. Congressman Riley Moore has revealed that the White House will soon come up with options to protect Christians in Nigeria against persecution by Islamist extremists. However, the presidency dismissed claims that Nigeria's insecurity was driven by religious sentiment, insisting that violence across the country affects people of all faiths and should not be framed as a religious war. Moore, in a post on his X handle, said he would soon brief President Donald Trump on his observations from the fact-finding mission to Nigeria, which would enable the White House to prefer options for protecting Christians. The congressman, who was reacting to a testimony by Bishop Robert Barron to U.S. lawmakers on the alleged Christian genocide in Nigeria, said the U.S. was not taking the allegations lightly. And U.S. President Donald Trump is set to unveil his new Board of Peace at the World Economic Forum in Davos today, as he also prepares to meet Ukraine's leader, reinforcing his claim to be a global peacemaker. Trump announced yesterday that he was scrapping planned tariffs against Europe and ruling out military action to take Greenland from Denmark, easing tensions that had unsettled the Davos gathering of global elite. On his second day in Davos, Trump will promote the controversial Board of Peace with a formal signing ceremony for its chapter. Permanent membership of the body reportedly costs $1 billion, with invitation extended to leaders including Vladimir Putin, Benjamin Netanyahu, and Viktor Orban. Originally conceived to oversee the rebuilding of Gaza after the Israel-Hamas war, the board's charter does not limit its scope. Reason concerns it could rival the United Nations, while allies such as France and Britain are skeptical. Countries including Saudi Arabia and Qatar have agreed to join. Around 35 world leaders have committed to the initiative out of about 50 invited, according to a senior U.S. official. Trump also claimed that Putin had agreed to join, though the Kremlin says it is still reviewing the invitation. And as the development stories to join us at noon for World News. Good morning.